we actually just rip all cards from our opponent's hand and field. We basically What's good, everybody? It's Hamza from Ather Gaming, and today, guys, I'm coming to you with a brand new video. But before we get into that, guys, I know I haven't uploaded in a very long time, guys, but please bear with me because I am going to be uploading every single day leading up to this insane month of November, which you're gonna have like Phantom Rays, Maximum Gold, and all sorts of other sets. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because we are oh so close to 7,000 subscribers, guys. So let's try and get that before we set any other goals. But again, guys, make sure you guys go ahead and like this video. Let's try and hit 100 likes, and of course comment what you guys want to see next. And anyways, guys, this is Hamza, and let's get straight into this video. Alright, guys, so now we are going to be starting off with the deck profile, and yes, you guys saw from the title, there's going to be like that Sotin or dual avatar deck that's actually coming out in Phantom Rage. So I think that this deck is very underrated, has a lot of potential, especially with certain cheese cards and unique cards that we can actually implement in this deck. And again, guys, it is one of those like sort of cuter Plunder Patrol, under the radar Tri-Brigade type of decks. But don't worry, guys, I do have a Tri-Brigade deck profile coming out as well. But yeah, so starting off with the deck profile, guys, we are playing 3 dual avatar feet, Kokonu or Kunku or whatever you guys want to call them. Basically, if this card is normal or special, you can add 1 dual avatar trap card from your deck to your hand. So right away, he's already pretty good, because any card that can add on normal or special is already pretty broken. On top of that, he's an if effect, not a when effect, so he will not miss timing. And then again, during your opponent's turn, it's kind of similar to like Chronograph or Astrograph, where it says during your opponent's turn, if a face-up dual avatar monster you control, except himself of course, is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon this card from your hand, then you can apply this effect. So again, it's all in like one instance. It's not like special now effect on summon, right? So now you go special Kokonu or Koko or whatever, special him. Now you're gonna trigger his effect because it's still in the hand. It's kind of similar to Fleur almost, and it's gonna be like destroy 1 dual avatar monster you control, and if you do, special summon 1 dual avatar fusion monster from your extra deck. So this is actually pretty good because a lot of your cards actually destroy on themselves, and again, he's like a layer of protection if you guys would actually just like prefer me to word it like that. But yeah, basically you use Koku effect, special summon Koku, destroy 1 dual avatar monster you control. So if you destroy, you can destroy himself, right, and then just summon again, but you just won't get the normal or special summon. But if you go special him, use his effect, and pop another card on the field, now you will summon the effect monster from your deck, extra deck, and now he will trigger because he was normal or special summon. You can add 1 dual avatar trap card from your deck to your hand. So basically, it's kind of like a nice little follow-up play, if you would say. And again, guys, remember this card is only during your opponent's turn. It's not during like your turn, so you can't really do any shenanigans like that. But yeah, normal special summon, this card is pretty good. Again, add a trap card, and then during your opponent's turn, if a card or a fusion monster is destroyed, special summon this guy from your hand. Then you can pop a card, summon another one from your extra deck, and then if he's still on the board when that effect resolves, you can use the effect to add a trap card. So it's pretty good. But yeah, moving on to the last part of the like main deck engine. I know this deck is going to be getting support in the future. I'm pretty sure we already got like Empowered Migyo or something like that in Blazing Vortex. So I am super interested in this deck, and I will for sure be playtesting it a little bit more. But yeah, guys, so now we are on to the second part, which is dual avatar Fist Yuhi. So there's the feet and the fist. So Fist Yuhi, if you guys don't know what he does, is you can target 1 dual avatar monster you control and then destroy it. Okay, this is not an on summon effect, so you can do whatever you want first, then use his effect to pop a card. Second, if you do, add 1 dual avatar spell from your deck to your hand. So again, the feats search the traps, and the fist search the spell. So now blah blah from your hand. If face up dual avatar fusion monster you control that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as a material is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card's in your graveyard, add this card back to your hand. So again, guys, they do have sort of like recursion in a sense, because again, if a card you control is destroyed, you summon defeat, then defeat's effect will actually trigger, and he will go ahead and again pop a card and then summon the monster from the extra deck, and then if he's still on the board, he will trigger to add a trap card, and then the fist can actually trigger, and then you can add himself back from the hand, and then normal him again, and then pop himself actually, which is pretty funny. You can actually target 1 dual after monster you control destroy, and if you do, add 1 spell from your deck to your hand. So this is very, very important in sort of like the quote-unquote win con in this variant of the deck. But now that's it for the main deck monsters, or like the main deck engine cards. Moving on, guys, like of course we are in a hand trap dominated format, so I'm just going to be playing triple Ash Blossom just for like pure versatility purposes and nothing else. and then we are going to be playing our triple Nibiru just because we want high impact cards, and I didn't really want to fit like non-engine cards in this deck that weren't like high impact. And again, you can argue that Ash isn't high impact because it doesn't like remove the monster, but like Ash on a lot of decks can hinder them enough for us to actually play the game. Then again, Nibiru to stop any of these combo decks just absolutely popping off. Then moving on from the monster, guys, we are moving on to the spells, and these spells are pretty insane. So the first spell we are going to be talking about is Dual Avatar Invitation. Again, these names might change, but I'm pretty sure they're already confirmed in fan range. But yeah, basically Invitation, how you get a lot of your like things flowing, and it's very, very crucial to this deck. So basically, if you guys don't know what this card does, is you can discard one card, and if you do, special summon as many Dual Avatar tokens as possible. Again, level 2 normal monsters. Make sure you guys keep that at the back of your head. Okay, also for the rest of the turn, you can also special summon monsters except fusion monsters, and all tokens you control cannot be tributed and are destroyed during the end phase. Whatever, I don't care about that, I just want to summon my tokens. But after summoning these tokens, you can apply this effect up to twice. So basically, you activate it, you summon the tokens, and now this effect will resolve. Again, this doesn't like activate some of the tokens, now activate second effect. It's all like in the same thing, so it's very similar again to Fleur to the feet. So now again, the effect will be fusion summon one Dual Avatar fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. You can only activate one invitation per turn. Very, very, very good card, because basically this card will allow you to actually fusion summon 2 monsters. And again, you have other ways of actually getting this card, because Fist can actually search this card, which is pretty cool. Honestly, like I feel like it's really, really insane, because this gets this. This will pitch a card and then summon as many tokens. Then you actually just end with a extra deck negate and a potential pop. So it is really, really cool. But moving on from Invitation, guys, we are moving on to field spells. And again, you know Konami and their broken field spell, so this is another broken field spell. Perfect Sync Aun or Aun. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, but yeah, Perfect Sync Aun. If you guys don't know what this card does, is of course, when this card is activated, add one Dual Avatar monster from your deck to your hand. So when you see that line in the field spell, you already know like this card's gonna be pretty good. Like Hidden City, Union Hanger, Magical Meltdown. There are a lot of cards that actually just enable you to just get like a free plus. And then again, like I said, for Aun technically can search anything, because Aun can get Yuhi, Yuhi can get Invitation, or Aun can get Kokoku. I'm just gonna call them defeats, because Yuhi's easier to say than Kokoku, to be honest. But yeah, Aun will go ahead and get us defeat, and then defeat will get us any of the trap cards, which I will talk about later. But yeah, again, this card activated, add one Dual Avatar monster from your deck to your hand. Then the second effect, which is honestly might be better than the first effect. If you control a Dual Avatar effect monster, you can special summon one level 2 Warrior Light. Again, it's token, so it's a normal monster. Also, you can now special summon monsters from the extract for the rest of the turn, except fusion monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can only activate once per turn, right? So again, it kind of makes sense a little bit why I'm only allowed to activate one of these. But again, guys, this enables a lot, because you guys can already see the combos kind of forming in your head, right? I activate Aun, I get Yuhi, I go normal Yuhi, now I go Aun effect, summon the token, now Yuhi can pop a card that isn't himself, or again, same way with Kokoku or the feats. So again, guys, really, really cool. But now moving on to the last edition of the spell cards of what we currently have. We are going to be playing 2 Dual Avatar Defeating Evil. Again, I'm not going to be playing 3 because it doesn't really do much on its own, whereas Invitation can at least get me 2 fusion monsters, and Aun is just kind of like the best card in the deck. So I just decided to play double Dual Avatar Defeating Evil. If I could, maybe I would cut this down to 3, but again, guys, we only know so much about this deck. But yeah, we are going to be playing 2 Dual Avatar Defeating Evil. Guys, do not know what this card does. Target one Dual Avatar monster you control, one card your opponent controls, and destroy them. It's really cool. It's kind of like a quick effect Diamondara Wolf. You just target, pop them both, right? But again, our cards actually have effects when they are popped. For example, Yuhi will pop himself, and then we can summon defeats from the hand, and then, you know, combo off like that. Again, it does have another cool effect where it says, if you destroyed a fusion monster, if you destroy a fusion monster that you controlled by this effect, you can apply one of these effects. So you can draw a card or banish one card from your opponent's graveyard. So it is pretty good. In a lot of decks, it can be like a form of like double disruption, where you like pop, and then banish a card and then trigger again. This card is very powerful, but again, I just don't think it's a 3-of, because you don't want to really see it in your opening hand. You kind of want to like draw into it or actually just search it, because seeing this card in your opening hand doesn't necessarily equate to you being able to like enable a pretty nasty, nutty board. But like again, like I said before, this card by itself doesn't do much, but for example, defeating evil with invitation is pretty insane, right? Because now we can pop a card. Defeating evil with this, again, Aun does everything. So it like, you see what I mean, right? Like, this card's not really good by itself, but when you pair it with the other engine cards of the deck, it's very powerful, which I feel like a lot of cards should be. I feel like a lot of cards shouldn't be generic, because that's how Konami actually screws us and gives us some pretty broken cards. Smoke Grenade, Block Dragon. But yeah, moving on from Dual Avatar Defeating Evil, now we are playing some consistency cards. So we are going to be playing Triple Pot of Desires. Again, you are playing 3 ofs in this deck. Almost everything is a 3 of that you need in this deck. And again, you have some pretty cute recursion because Yuhi can come back. This card just enables you to summon a lot of fusion monsters from your extra deck. So like all you really need to do is like see like 1 or 2 or like 2 or 1. So I feel like Desires is very powerful in that regard. That's why I decided to play it. Again, you're not really playing the most consistent of deck, so you want to be able to draw into your cards. And now moving on, the reason why we play Pot of Desires is because we are playing the cheesiest win con in 2020, which is the Law of the Normal. If you guys don't know what this card does, let me just break it down real quick before I explain how it works. You can only activate this card while there are 5 face-up level 2 or lower normal monsters on your side of the field. Both players discard all cards in their hands and destroy all cards on the field except level 2 or lower monsters. So this is pretty funny because basically you use invitation. Basically, invitation will go ahead and summon 2 or summon as many level 2 warrior monsters. Again, they are tokens, so they are normal monsters. They're level 2 or lower normal monsters, and that will fit the clause of Law of the Normal. Then you basically just nuke all cards in our hand and our opponent's hand and their board as well. So it's a nice little cute little cheesy way to actually just strip our opponent from actually playing the game, which is pretty cool. Again, it says then of course all of our tokens will be destroyed, but say for example we have cards like you know, there are cards that will enable us to play the game, and again we have some pretty unique cards that will trigger in the graveyard, so that's why I decided to play Triple the Law of the Normal. Now I know what you're asking me, oh, this card is so gimmicky. Now again, you guys can play this deck any way you want. I just want to showcase the Law of the Normal and have a really cool combo that I'm going to showcase towards the end of the video. So make sure you guys go ahead and stay through all the way. But now, moving on to another really important card in the deck, we are playing Triple Fusion Deployment. If you guys don't know what this card does, it's basically reveal 1 fusion monster in your extra deck, plus summon from your hand or deck 1 of the fusion materials whose name is specifically listed, and then also you can also special monster except fusion monster for the rest of the turn. You can only activate this card once per turn, blah blah, whatever, right? Okay, basically you activate Fusion Deployment and you're going to go ahead and reveal our Dual Avatar Empowered Kongyo. And again, he will summon out our Dual Avatar Fist, because again, it needs to specifically list that card. But since he lists Fist Yuhi, you can actually summon Yuhi. Yes, we can't normal summon or such summon, like, and we can't summon we can't summon anything other than Fusion Monster, but it's okay because we're getting locked anyways. Because you get him, you summon Fist. Now again, like I said before, Fist has the effect where he can actually just pop any card. He doesn't need to be on summon, so he just pop himself. Invitation effect, summon 2 tokens. So again, there's 3 other ways of getting to these cards. So again, it's like an E-Tile, right? You're playing 3, 6, 9 of these guys, and then of course you're playing the 1 Rhoda, so 10, then you're playing the 1 Terraforming, so 11. So this deck is actually fairly consistent, especially when we add in Pot of Desires. Gives us ways to actually kind of play around not drawing our engine cards, because we do have cards. Like, again, this is basically an engine card, right? The one call with the Gates, I kind of really didn't know what else to put in the deck, and I felt like just playing the 1 call is good enough, being able to prevent our opponent from actually hand trapping us. I was thinking of playing like set rotation, but I just couldn't think of anything better. And of course, you don't want to give your opponent Mystic Mind because you can't pop the card, and you don't really want to give your opponent anything else. And Oracle, Zephyr, like if I banish whatever, it kind of sucks. So yeah, then the 1 Upstretch round off at 40, and the 1 Instant Fusion, because again, we do have a level 5 fusion monster here, so it will just be able to get us another monster on board that we can pop with our Yuhi or our feet. So it's pretty good. Kogoku. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Kogoku, whatever. So yeah, Infusion. Now moving on to the trap cards, we are going to be playing Triple Dual Avatar Compact. If you guys don't know what this card does, during the main phase, banish 1 Dual Avatar spell trap card from your graveyard. This effect becomes that effect when activated. So this is pretty good, right? Because it gives us recursion. It essentially gives us like 15 other like variants of these cards. Well, not really 15, but 9. So 3, 6, 9, and then 11. So we basically have like 11 copies of this card. This card's really good. I was thinking about playing Trap Trick to actually have access to it, but honestly, I just didn't know like how much it actually felt worth it. Like the only card you kind of really want to banish is like this card. You don't really care about these cards. I guess like it's kind of like a metaverse where you can activate this during your opponent's turn. But yeah, it is a very powerful card, so that's why I'm gonna play it at 3. Whether or not you can play metaverse is up to you guys, or Trap Trick. But then moving on, again, we are playing 2 Dual Avatar Return. So basically, this is like Call of the Haunted. Not much about that. Trigger 1 dual avatar monster engraver, special summon it. Then if its original level is 4, special summon 1 token. Again, it's not like special and then okay, second effect will activate. It's all in the same like instance. So we go dual avatar return, summon a monster, summon a token, and then again this card will trigger to add as a card from our hand. So it's like cute little protection play as well. Then of course you run off, play the 1 skill drain, because worst comes to worst, if you can't play through combo decks, you just skill drain, stun them, and then we just kind of like power through them. And again, we can fusion summon under skill drain by using invitation. We just have big beater monsters. So again guys, that is 40 cards in the main deck. Now let's quickly get on to the extra deck, the side deck cards you can play. So again, you can play talents if you're not really on a budget. I decided to showcase like sort of like a quote unquote budget variant of this deck. Again, you can play poly. I have seen lists that play poly just for like certain instances. Super Poly works good. Foolish Burial Goods and Malifaux Fusion. I've seen a lot of decks playing these because you can like goods any of these cards and then just use Compact to banish the card after. So it's pretty unique. So that's because you can get Koku and Koku can get it. I have seen less playing Assault like Vion because this can get you Poly, or you can get like Mil Renaud, summon a card. So there are pretty unique interaction with these two. I just didn't want to show like a warrior combo just because I wanted to show off what this deck itself could do without like any of these like cheesy engines that like not a lot of people are fans of. So I wanted to show like a pure variant of this deck. But moving on to the extra, because I know I have been rambling a lot, we are playing triple dual avatar empowered Kongyo, aka Ghetto Goku. Now basically, if this card battles, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. This card attacks, return one monster your opponent controls. When your opponent activates a spell trap card that targets this card while you control 2 or more fusion monsters, negate the activation. Again, it is a pretty cool card, and again a 3k beater. So again, when you activate skill drain, we just stop our opponent from playing the game. Then we are playing triple armored Ungyo. If you guys don't know what this card does, is again generic 2 dual avatar monster. Oh yeah, you need to have the fist with him, and I think like the feats variant was like released in Blaze Vortex. So again, like I said before, stay subscribed if you guys want to see more content. But yeah, then we are playing our triple armored Ungyo monsters. You control, that would be destroy with card effect. You can destroy 1 dual avatar monster you control instead. During the main phase, if you control dual avatar fusion monster that was fusion summon using an effect monster, again that's like the clause that most of them have. You can target 1 face up monster from the extra deck, negate its effects until the end of this turn. You can only use this effect once per turn. Then we are playing triple armored Agyo. Again, I don't really know the lore behind these guys, or like the names are Gyo and Un and Kongyo, you know what I mean? So but hopefully I do figure it out, so I'm not I don't butcher them. But yeah, this card spell summon, target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Also, I can't attack directly for the rest of the turn, blah blah blah. You can only use this effect once per turn. While you control a fusion monster that was fusion summoned using extra deck, all monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. So again, this is the guy that you want to summon for the most part to kind of like break our opponent going second. Ungyo and Agyo are actually like what we do going first and second. Well, going first for the most part, you summon Ungyo and Agyo off of invitation. Again, you have an extra deck negate, and then basically speaking, if you can somehow get to Koku in your hand, when Koku, you guys know when I said you special summon him, then use the effect, pop a card, and summon a monster from the extra deck. Again, you can actually go ahead and summon him and pop a card. So potentially you have 2 pops, right? You have this, you pop like a card you control, pop another card, and then banish a card because you pop like a really garbage guy, like maybe like this guy, and then you summon Koku effect, pop himself, summon out him, now he can pop again. So essentially it's like 3 disruptions, pretty unique. That's for the fusions. That's all we have, to be honest. I would play more if I could. And again, you guys can play Pot of Extravagance in this deck by all means, because it's just a free banish too. But yeah, then we play the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 IP, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Axis Cook because it might just happen, 1 Dweller, and 1 Baguska. These cards actually have come up, to be honest. Again, like I said before, guys, it is not really like, we don't really have a lot of fusion cards. So again, by all means, you can play Pot of Extravagance. But yeah, guys, now let's quickly get into like a pretty funny and unique combo that this deck has. Alright guys, so now we are getting into the combo. Now again, like I said before, there are other variants of these combos. If you guys want to see like just like maybe like a combo tutorial, you know how I do those videos, combos you must know for Phantom Rage, I can absolutely do that for you guys. Show you like some cute little dual avatar combos. I have a bunch, guys, so just please let me know down below and I'll be sure to get you guys that video. But anyways, all you need is invitation, a card in hand, and the Law of the Normal. Again, if you don't have this card, this itself is combo, guys. But yeah, anyways, let's quickly get into the video. So we're going to go ahead and activate invitation. Invitation will pitch the card from hand, which again, like I said before, can be the upstart goblin. Go ahead and we summon our tokens, so you guys can see right there, right? Summon our tokens, send this card to the graveyard. Now we just go ahead and activate the Law of the Normal. And now basically Law of the Normal, again, like I said before, both players discard all cards in their hands and destroy all cards on the field except level 2 or lower normal monsters. So right here, we actually just ripped all cards from our opponent's hand and field. We basically just absolutely Gumblar looped them. Now they're relying on one card in their hand. So again, guys, this is a really funny interaction that this deck can put out. If you guys want to see more videos, please let me know. Like I said before, guys, I am going to be uploading daily for the next little while because I did miss out a couple of videos, a lot of videos, and I know you guys love seeing my awesome face, and I love to see you guys comment on my videos. But anyways, guys, again, stay tuned for some awesome content. This is Hamza from Ather Gaming. Like I always say, keep on shining, never go on your dreams. Peace.